This is the video review for the Campfire Orbit True Wireless EMs. And even though I make very few videos on True Wireless EMs or Bluetooth EMs, this video I am filming the second or the third time. And every single time something happened which broke the video. For example, last time I didn't press record on the camera. Somehow I managed to still record the audio for the video, but the video is gone. So this is a True Wireless EM or Bluetooth EM or TWS. It is priced at $249. It is currently one of the best True Wireless EMs out there. So what does it do? Well, first off, we have this beautiful case. The unit comes with this brown and green and light brown colors. We have the True Wireless EMs here. Some of the smallest, lightest, and yet most ergonomic EMs out there. Very nice. For some reason, music still keeps on playing, and that is because they have a touch-based control. So with that out of the way, getting the touch-based control to work is actually quite easy and good once you get them in your ears. If you are handling them, music will keep on pause, play, pause, play. This will happen all the time. But the good part is that once you insert them, they have one of the best comforts out there. They are quite small and quite ergonomic. You just insert them in your ear and they sit quite naturally. Even for my ears, they are just the right size. Actually, they are quite a bit small, so that is good. I could recommend those for someone with even smaller ears than mine. Very good comfort, very good overall design. They offer between 15 and 20 decibels of passive noise isolation, which is good. The Bluetooth codecs supported by the Campfire Orbit are aptX, aptX HD, SBC, and AAC. There is no LDAC support. Unfortunately, this means that with my Samsung S23 Ultra smartphone, we don't get LDAC. We only get SBC codec, which is not great because the SBC codec is basically one of the worst codecs out there. Even so, listening to the Orbit with my smartphone is a pretty good experience, and that was surprising because the Orbit sounds quite detailed, clean, but bassy, with a lot of bass, warm, and very, very pleasing. So they can still sound good even if you don't have access to the best codec they have. The point with codecs is generally that the better the codec you are using, the better the sound is going to be, because you are going to be receiving more data from the original song and you are going to get a cleaner sound with better resolution, with better clarity, and you are going to get more of those finer details that you had in the original song. The Campfire Orbit True Wireless EMs. I like this because Campfire usually makes some of the best high-end EMs out there, so they are generally not known for true wireless EMs or for Bluetooth EMs, and this is the only model that I know of. The only direct competitor that I have right now that would compete with it being the HiFi Vanar Wireless, and they are very different. First off, the Orbit is much lighter. And as we have this Vanar Wireless here, this is this Vanar Wireless, this is the Campfire Orbit. This Vanar Wireless is at least twice as huge and at least twice as heavy. This means that this Vanar Wireless would theoretically be less comfortable, but in practice this Vanar Wireless is also very comfortable, so there is no direct answer to which is more comfortable. The Orbit is lighter though, so I would have to give them the slight nudge up for the comfort. This Vanar Wireless is also touch-based in control. It has ANC, while the Campfire Orbit doesn't have ANC. The connection is good on both, although this Vanar Wireless does have LDAC and will connect to my smartphone, the S23 Ultra, via LDAC, so the sound is theoretically going to be better from the start. We have more data coming to the EMs. This Vanar Wireless is slightly better at the passive noise isolation, but the default tips are a bit worse than those that come with the Campfire Orbit. Those have better tips, better quality, also better color. I like the lighter colors. This Vanar Wireless and the Campfire Orbit are both just as good as receiving fold image. I have dropped both quite a few times because doing gym and the stuff that you typically do with True Wireless means dropping them. They should resist dropping. The transport and charging case is different. This Vanar Wireless has a much more solid transport charging case, which is also much larger. It would be fair to say that the case of the Campfire Orbit looks better, but that means that it is also going to get dirty much more easily. It is going to scratch more easily, while the HiFi Vanar Wireless has a tank of a case. Generally speaking, the Campfire Orbit is good for any commercial music. New music, music with a lot of bass, music with impact, music with explosion, music with a lot of depth. Campfire Orbit is going to be awesome. It is going to be the kind of EM that rocks your world. It is perfect for any kind of metal, rock, EDM, dubstep, pop, basically new music. It is not quite as great for older music because especially as it is a Bluetooth EM, it doesn't have all the finer nuances and all of the finer resolution that high-end EMs from Campfire do have. But it does have the whole package and experience of the better Campfire EMs. It has this build quality that is typical of the Campfire, the good build quality. It is a one-piece EM. The microphone inside is quite good, and it is actually a bit better than the one on this Van R Wireless. The person on the other end could hear me more clearly, although to be honest, I do prefer this Van R Wireless since I do have access to LDAC. The Campfire Orbit doesn't have access to LDAC, so please make sure that your smartphone can support the best codec that your EMs can support, otherwise you'll be left with an EM and the smartphone that just don't kiss together. Considering the price tag of $249 US of the Campfire Orbit, a more direct competitor to it would be the Grell True Wireless One, designed by Axel Grell from Sennheiser, the guy who designed the HD 600, HD 800 series, and since they are about the same price, Grell True Wireless One is larger, it is less comfortable, but at the same time True Wireless One has ANC and a good ANC implementation at that. Campfire Orbit doesn't have ANC, although it does offer a pretty good passive noise isolation, so you could do without ANC while having the Campfire Orbit. The overall listening experience is more neutral, as offered by the True Wireless One. It is a more neutral sounding EM with less bass and less treble, while Campfire Orbit sounds V-shaped. This is like a mini Dorado 2022. It has pretty much the same signature, although less detailed. Dorado was more detailed, cleaner, and quite a bit more crisp. The Campfire Orbit is perfect when you go for a jog or when you go for a run. Then you need a lot of bass and you need music to cover your own noises. And you'll make quite a bit of noise, trust me. So those are quite good at that. The case uses a Type-C port for charging, which is quite good. I don't want to have cases with a micro USB charger. That connector has been dead a long time ago. And the charge also works with QI wireless charging, which is pretty cool. You could have one of those nifty charging plates and place it on top of it. It is going to charge. How cool is that? They also have water protection, IPX5, which is good. IPX5 is one of the better protocols, which means that you should be okay taking those to the gym. And I've been doing a bit of gym. I recommend you to do a bit of gym. It is a good experience. It clears the mind and the body of everything that is nasty. I do hope that this video is fun. I hope that my content is enjoyable, and I do hope that if you decide to go for a pair of Campfire Orbit, you are going to have a lot of fun. Don't forget, this is Audiophile Heaven. I'm George, your host. Please subscribe, like, share this video, and thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you soon, and bye bye.